Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a more personal video, and I was kind of reluctant on this video because some of my friends from when I went to school watched my videos, and I'm going to be talking today about my experience with bullying and what happened to me and my story. So, I was always picked on in elementary school, but I didn't really think, I just thought that was the norm, and I just had to deal with it for the rest of my life. Because I am a bigger girl, as you can see, I was different, and people judged me for that. And, so, the girls used to call me fat, and ugly, and stupid, and just chubby, and, told me to go lose weight and stuff, and I just thought that was the normal, because they were popular, they were allowed to do that, but they're not. Someone shooting guns. What you get when you live in the country. So, I just thought, oh, okay, they're popular. Some kind of God-given power gives them this right to be hateful to me. Okay, so, my elementary school days passed, and we moved to North Carolina. And then I went to middle school. My 6th grade year was so good. Okay, but as soon as I hit 7th grade, this one girl that I've known for since before we moved here, changed, and she was popular, and she started to outcast me and tell other people, don't be friends with her, she's not cool, just avoid her, don't talk to her. Okay, so, it wasn't that big of a deal when she was telling people that I didn't care about, but then she started telling my friends that, and since she was popular, they listened to her. And I lost all my friends. And that was really hard for me because I didn't have anyone to talk to. And I just felt so alone. And then she would walk by me and snicker and whisper and call me fat and stupid and ugly and all that. And I didn't really understand because I never did anything to her. We were always like really good friends up until this point. And I was just confused. And so this went on for good 6-8 months. And then we had started trying to do something about it before, when I finally told my mom, and, because I used to get anxiety sickness, which is where you throw up and stuff out of anxiety. I used to always say it wasn't anxiety, but now I think it was, looking back. And I used to not want to go to school, and I would do everything to let my mom make me stay home, and when it did, it just felt like the weight of the world was lifted off my shoulders because I didn't have to deal with it that day. And the more you miss school, the more people are like, oh, whatever, she doesn't care. And they pick on you about that, which that really got to me too, because I've always been a straight A student, really good student, and that hurt me for people to think that I didn't care about my studies. Even though it doesn't involve them, it involves me and my future. But anyway, so that went on, and then the April of my 7th grade year, right? Me, my grandma, this girl and her mom, my friend and her mom, we all went to the superintendent's office and tried to work it out. So, I guess it kind of worked because she stopped for the most part. But at that point, my anxiety was already bad. There was no stopping it. And it spiraled out of control. That was my 7th grade year, and then I was afraid I wasn't going to pass 7th grade, and then when we went to open house and I realized that I was in 8th grade, I was so relieved, and it was just great. So I was like, 8th grade's going to be a new start, this is going to be a great year, I'm going to make this my best year ever. And it was really good, the first 2 weeks of school, but then my anxiety was still there, because I had started getting bullied again by a different girl. This one, I still don't like her. We're going to call her... What are we going to call her, baby? We're going to call her Lucy. Okay, so me and Lucy, we go back. She went to the same school as me. Baby stuff. And... Stop. So, we were in the same 4th hour at my old middle school. There were 6 classes. You went in 8th grade, after 4th hour, you went to... She started telling me, you know, go get my lunch, go pay for it. You know, you stupid cow, stuff like that. And it was really hard because I thought, you know, 8th grade's going to be so much better. No one's going to pick on me. Yeah. And then it just got bad. And she would just talk about me and stuff. And it was really hard. And then I started missing school again. Well, my anxiety was already bad, but then it got so much worse. And I started missing school really bad again. And then the teachers, not all of them, like, one of my teachers, he's my favorite teacher, still is. I love him to death. I still talk to him. He really helped me, and he really tried to help, but there's nothing much he could do because the administration sucked. The teachers started to fail me, or I'm sorry, one teacher failed me because she said that I wasn't worthy of the grade, and she gave me makeup work, and I did it and handed it in on time and everything, and she wouldn't take it because she didn't like me. And my best friend, or ex-best friend, I guess, was in that class, and she used to tell me the stuff she used to say about me, and it was just bad. And I went to the principal, and she didn't believe me, so that wasn't any help. And the superintendent in this county is a screwball, so that didn't help either. And so then a few of the teachers started to pick on me, you know, are you, like, dropping out or something? Do you want to be stupid? And I was like, no, I'm just having anxiety issues. And they're like, that doesn't really exist. You just need to get over it and come to school. And I was like, you know, it's difficult, and I really want to be here because I loved school. I loved it. And my middle school years ruined that for me. I hate school. I hate school. I don't hate education. I love learning and love being educated. But now I'm homeschooled, and I'm happy. I'm really happy. I have my off days, and I still have really bad social anxiety. And that's part of the reason I started this YouTube channel, because I feel like I don't have to look at anyone and talk, but I know people are going to see it. And I'm hoping that this is going to help me with my anxiety, because people are watching it and people are going to judge me. And I know I'm going to get hate, but I really want to try to deal with it. Let's go skip back to 7th grade year. And my ex-best friend, she, you know, she wouldn't reply to my messages and stuff, and I was getting really confused because we talked every day. And then one day she called me and she's like, I don't think we can do this anymore. I really don't believe you about the whole bullying thing. I think you're lying. People are saying you're lying, you know. And I wasn't. Who would lie about that? Honestly, who would lie about that and have to lie about being miserable? If you're going to lie about anything, lie about being happy, okay? No. So we didn't talk for a good while, and that was really hard on me. Really hard. Because I love my best friend. And I still love her, even though we're not, like, besties, we're just friends, you know, we don't talk that much anymore. But I still do love her, and I wish her the best, and she's probably watching this. Just, if you're going through bullying, they don't own you, and they do not have the right to do this to you. Just because they're popular, or just because they're pretty, or just because they're cool, does not mean a single thing. It does not. Once you get out of high school, popularity means nothing. Nothing. Who's going to care that they were prom queen? Who's going to care that they were on the football team? I mean, unless, you know, they were good and get a scholarship or whatever. Who's going to care? No one's going to care. All the colleges are going to care about is their education and their involvement in the school. And if it says bullying on that record, then you better believe that colleges are going to see that and they're not going to want to accept you. So you better mind your P's and Q's. Don't bully anyone. If you're bullying someone, it is screwed up and you need to stop. Because I don't think people realize what they're doing until, you know, suicide. Luckily, I never actually did, but that's one thing I want to talk about too. Self-harm. I self-harmed for a long time, and I hid it very well. And no one ever knew until I told someone, until I quit. And it's hard to quit. Self-harm, I'll explain it like this. People don't want to explain it because they don't want to tell people what it's like. Self-harm, I self-harm, or cutting, because I could feel it. I could feel that pain, and I knew that that was physical pain, and what I was feeling was a different kind of pain, and I could get over it. And I thought I could, and I didn't want to let that go, you know. But self-harm is bad. It is horrible for you. It just degrades your mental state even more. So don't do it, please. If you ever need anyone to talk to, you can just message me on any of my social media. I'll link them down below. And I will talk to you, because I know how hard it is when no one's there. No one knows what you're going through. No one understands. I know what that's like. And I don't want anyone to feel like that. I love you guys. Even though there's not many of you, I know there are some. And I still wish the best for all of you. I think I stopped self-harming or cutting. I did it for about 2 or 3, 4 months, even though that's not a long time compared to some people, but it was a long time for me, and it took me a while to stop, because it's very addicting. You get addicted to the pain. It's hard to quit, but you can do it. Let's see. I do have one bad scar from where I cut too deep one time, and I look down at it every day, and it reminds me, don't ever do that to yourself again. If you need anyone, I know, because my mom is like my best friend, so I can talk to her whenever I need. Or I have a counselor, and I can talk to her. People are ashamed about going through counseling, but honestly, it is so great. Like, she's helping me through my social anxiety right now. Lipstick on my teeth. That was awkward. My camera's dying, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye! You know, looking at me straight on, I don't really have a double chin, but, like, I think this is... Baby, get down!